last time you guys were asking for this sweatproof makeup, so here is a tutorial. Welcome to the full version. And I guarantee this is going to work. I am going to guide you through step by step. 지우개 has beta hydroxy acid in it, BHA. So I just did a face mask, so as you can see, Peony liquid mask, pore control. Using this specific product is important, or you can get any sebum control lotion. We are going to use a skincare brush because your hands are still warm, so while you apply with your hands, it can increase the temperature of your face. So we are using a skincare brush to reduce that. And I think it's been helping not over applying your serum. I really need to do skincare on my neck, and I've been not doing it because I couldn't be bothered to do it. But with the brush, it's just so much easier. I'm a 수부지, which means 수분 부족 지성. So I am still going to layer some more serum. The same brush. You might wonder what this is. I'll explain in my other video. I put a lot of eye makeup on it, and then I tend to use a setting powder and a pressed powder on my eye area. So I am going to put an eye cream. Daiso. So what's important is to do skincare diet, if that makes sense. Reduce the amount of skincare you're putting on your face, or you can skip the moisturizer, but I am still going to put a little. Now the most important thing comes. Ta-da! Is Yunjak Skin Perfecting Protective Base Prep. Think of it as a primer. Now I think they're just calling it like base prep, which is like a base preparation. And honestly, I feel like this looks less cakey on your skin, and it helps your foundation to stay on way longer. So also I'm using a foundation brush here, and I'm just going to apply this. I'm not sure if you can see. Can you see that it looks more matte on this side where now is again an important part. I am going to use a makeup fixer and then spray. It is important that you use this particular fixer. I am going to use a fan that's as big as my face. Dry my face, hallelujah. Let my makeup stay on forever, hallelujah. Don't let it smudge, hallelujah. Time for sunscreen. I like to use Style Bar. We are using a foundation brush again. But basically think that we are not touching our face. Yeah, we're only using tools. And for today, also for the base, we're gonna wait 5 minutes in between every reapply. What I mean is, sunscreen, wait 5 minutes, and then we're gonna put foundation. You can see that I am already sweating here. Apparently this is a Anti Depressant or ADHD medication side effect where you sweat your face, and I only happen to sweat here, which is annoying because it looks really messy when it gets removed. So trust the process. Trust the process. It took me a year to figure this out, so watch it. After sunscreen, we're gonna get into foundation. Make sure you do a very thin layer, even if the coverage is not that great. We're gonna use concealer later. I did mention that after foundation, we're gonna wait another 5 minutes. But since we have to do our eye makeup, you can just wait till this sets. And meanwhile, you can do your eye makeup. 배고프지?
안 먹자.
좋아. Hello, I'm filming. Don't take off your pants in.
I need to defecate. And in order to defecate,
it's been 5 minutes, so what we're gonna do now is a concealer. My absolute favorite from TOSM, because it gives you that filtered look, and you can see the foundation didn't cover everything here, so we're gonna use a concealer to do that. You see what I mean? It gives you the filtered look. Now we have another 5 minutes to wait for lashes. Now we're going to use a brightener. It's like for your under eyes and places that needs to be highlighted. Blend it in. I'm using a contour stick over here. I just ran out of it. Blend, blend, blend. This is one of the important part. So I just did my lips, and I am going to use a similar shade pink and use a brush like this and then overline it, because it's a powder. It's kind of gonna like lock in and it's gonna prevent from smudging. My next most important step is going to be, unfortunately, using this brand's makeup powder. So they have this special function, so I would say, so this one is my favorite powder, the Huda Beauty powder. And even though if I use this correctly, because I sweat around here, it's going to, the sweat is going to get mixed with your foundation, and then it's going to give the messy look. What this does, it kind of creates like a clear, some sort of layer, so that even if you sweat, you just need to use a tissue, then gone. Your foundation or powder, it does not come off on the tissue. Yeah, I think it is that layer that creates, and it has to be this powder. I'm going to use it here as well, but here I don't want it to be too cakey, so I'm going to use a brush. And for here, I am going to use the puff that comes together. I'm gonna finish my rest of my makeup and let's go outside together. It was insanely humid day, and you can see beads of sweat formed on my face. If I just blow it, gone. As you can see here, foundation, powder, everything is staying the same. I am sweating a lot, it's not smudging. I have my makeup on since 2:15, and as you can see, I am still sweating, but even if I do this, it doesn't get smudged. Like, only the sweat goes away. See? Even my nose. Back in Taipei, I tested removing the base puff and then removing the fixer and removing the powder. And I think honestly it's the harmony of these three products. If you're also dehydrated, oily combination skin like me, this is going to work. Finally found the recipe.